Hi friends, come on back inside the design studio and hang out with me today as we make a patriotic grapevine. I'm excited to make this one. I'm loving these florals. We're just going to dig right in. First things first, I'm Terry from Mackenzie Cole, and here we create fun projects together. We typically do those in a series. If you catch a series on the second, third, or fourth video, then you just go back to the main page and you check by date that is in the title of that video, and they're all right there in a row. At some point, they move on over to YouTube as one long video, so you can watch them however you please. Also, make sure you go to the top of this page and click follow, because that's how you make sure you don't miss anything. So let's talk about these amazing florals. These dainty little red, white, and true blue flowers for Patriotic season, I'm in love with these. Now these have the big stem. I'm gonna have to break down and just go ahead and get myself a stem cutter, because today is gonna be making me wish I had one. I already do. Now these are going in, you know, a lot of times I pull things apart. This, I'm totally fine. It's not getting cut. It's just gonna have a big stem in there, and that's okay. It's not what I prefer. I would probably cut about that much off of it. I need a stem cutter. These are pushers, or you can leave them long. And I typically, in my design world, like to cut everything apart and put it in. But these have different lengths, and it's actually set up perfectly to go in as one. So I'm totally cool with that. I'm actually gonna start with this guy. It's gonna go in first for me. And what I'm gonna do for this grapevine is I'm gonna mirror on the bottom exactly what I do on the top. I went with an 18-inch grapevine today, and I felt like this design was going to be larger and it required that, and I can already tell that was the right choice. Now this has traveled, so we're just giving her some life, right? So what I'm thinking about doing, this has 3 pieces, and I'm thinking about adding those 3 pieces into this design. So let's do it. These typically pull apart easily, and then you have to cut that last one. I think my next gift to myself, my birthday is this weekend, and I think my gift to myself for my business is going to be my stem cutter. I've talked about it for so long. I cannot believe I still don't have one. I've waited too long. So this pick also has red, white, and true blue. Look at that. It's just so good. It has some fern, it has some eucalyptus. Well, that actually looks like a lamb's ear to me. That's lamb's ear. And then it has some ivy. I just love it. I love it, love it. And so these picks typically are designed so that they're layered the way they're meant to be layered. So this blue flower is meant to be down here. I just moved it to the front. This is meant to be about here. This white is meant to be up, and these are meant as accent pieces, and I just let them do exactly what they're meant to do. I am going to eyeball this, and I think she's going to go tuck in right in that corner very nicely. Okay. I have been so excited to make this. I like that. Okay. Let me pull her out. I want her a little bit higher, but I love her over there. All right, let's put her back in. A little bit higher. Yes. That is what I was needing from her. I almost want to zip tie this particular piece so that she stays up here. But we're going to see after we get in all 3. She might get zip tied. We'll see. All right, this particular one ended up with just a white bloom, and the lamb's ear and the ivy and those berries. It's gorgeous. Because it does not have all of the blooms, I'm going to put it on this outer layer here. And then we're going to put the one that has all the blooms right front and center. It'll be right over our bow. I need a little bit more glue. The great thing about working with grapevines is you can work these in exactly where you want them. And when someone is coming home to their front door, different things they're doing on their front porch and everything, they're going to see this, they're going to see this, and they're going to see these outer pieces. So just know, no one that purchases a wreath only sees it from the front. So you need to work all of those angles. This has that gorgeous blue flower. It has that beautiful red. I'm just letting everything move around to where it is intended to be and letting it be there naturally, the way they designed it. I love it. This is going right in front of that grassy floral with those really dainty red, white, and blue flowers. I'm obsessed with that. I don't know about you, but that is probably one of the more beautiful patriotic florals I've ever seen, in my opinion. I'm just splitting these apart. And I'm putting that just front and center. Now what we're going to do is we're going to mirror this on the bottom. So we're just going to go right in and do exactly what we just did, but we're going to do it down here. And then we're going to put a really gorgeous bow there in the center. And that's going to be this design. So well, I say that's what's going to be this design. I think I'm going to add in some greenery and some spots. But right now I want to mimic this first. Then I want to come back with that greenery. All right. I'm just shaking it loose a little bit. All right. Need some glue. Nova, go outside. All right. I'm going to put this up in here. I need it to go relatively high. No. I more so want it about there. I need to go higher, so I'm going to get some more glue. When I take a piece back out, I always put additional glue on it because it does strip some of your glue there. Now, this is not going to do exactly what I want it to do. And we're going to have to use some zip ties. I don't like it to come straight down off of this wreath. I like it to curve. Let's try it one more time. I'll get it right in a minute. I'm going to get my angle right in just a minute. But until I do, I will try again. Okay. See if she bends. She does. She does bend. Okay. Look at her. It is so pretty. Look at this. That is so good. I'll take it off and show it to you in a minute. I have it on there actually really good the way I want it, so I don't want to mess with it right now. I have the grapevine down in my prong so I can work. But in just a minute, I'm going to bring her close, and you're going to love her as much as I do. If you don't mind, please share this video. I appreciate you. Does anybody else have spring fever? Southside Virginia. We're in a heat wave. It's like 80. My son works outdoors and he works all over Southside Virginia, and he worked in Danville this week some, and he came home with a sunburn. So by the time of year comes around, so he's coming home with a sunburn, we know spring has sprung. They have a lot of projects there, like splash pads going in for the kids for summer, and Caesars. So my husband and my son are spending a lot of time over in Danville. And this week, he came back sunburnt. I don't think he was in Danville today. But it's hovering right around 80 if it's not 80. So that's very, very warm for March. All right. Now, I'm just mimicking what I did on the top. So this one that is not maybe as large, and it just has this white blossom. If I can ever get it to separate itself. There we go. Be free, little guy. Be free. Spread your wings and fly. So this one went on the outer edge. So really, it'll go on the outer edge down here as well. Same concept. I'm just trying to get some of this paper off, because when that paper gets really scraggly, that's when I can't deal. And I feel like my glue betrays me and all kinds of things. All right, ready? She's just laying there on the outside of that design. I would love to have this wreath on my front door. This is stunning. This is a gorgeous, more traditional. You girls know I'm whimsical, and I think that's what it is. This is giving me my whimsy, even though this Grapevine is more of a traditional design for your home. I'm getting my whimsy feel right here. And I think that's why I'm loving it so much. I'm just spreading these out like I did all of the others. You have to shake hands with everything. Don't put this in your project and not shake hands, okay? Now, announcement. If you purchased the Bee Wreath Kit, it will post tomorrow. My instructions for it, that the way I designing it as I see it, will post tomorrow. So if you've been waiting on that, that's the skinny. All right. This has fern, has greenery, has seed pods, has all the things. It has wispies. They don't curl, but they're still wispy, and I love them. Do you see the difference when you actually take the time? You could shove that straight into your project and it's not going to look great. It should look like this, friends. Look how big she is. I'm thinking she's going right in the top. I think we need her up there. We need your service. She needs to be tucked in, but she needs to be up there. And don't forget, we got to make a bow. That will be our next video. Will be the bow and putting it on. And then that will wrap this up. So it'll be a quick one. Behave, friend. Yes. Let me me stand back. I need to stand back at times. Oh, yeah. Okay. I like it. I like it. I want one coming down here. Potentially need one up here and one up there. I know we're thinking about Easter in a couple of weeks, but Patriotic season is here if you design. And that's just a fact. It is time. And my shop is low. I've got to bust a move. I turned my glue gun off. How did I do that? I'm talented, I'm telling you. I can turn my glue gun off while I'm using it. I was wondering why it wasn't heating up. We're gonna have to wait a second. Friends, I turned her off. The good news is she heats up really quickly. Really quickly. So let's talk about what we've done so far while we wait. We used this gorgeous floral with the dainty flowers that I'm obsessed with, and we figured out it's because I'm a whimsical girl, so I love that. I'm a color girl, so I love all the color. We took a floral pick and pulled it apart and used the 3 pieces in the design. We have started adding our greenery, and then we mirrored what was happening down here below. So far, we still have to make a gorgeous bow. I can show you the ribbon. It's going to be a simple bow because I feel like this wreath calls for that. It's shimmery, but it's not glitter because I did not feel like she could handle glitter. And then this has USA and balloons and stars and stripes and fireworks. And does it have, yeah, Uncle Sam hats. So that's super cute. And it's just gonna be a real simple, flowy, beautiful bow. And that's what I decided to do about that. We're back in business. We are back in business. I love that. And then I'm just going to have one here or here. I haven't decided, and we're going to add one up there. So we are going to use all 4. I cannot keep a grapevine small. That's not my specialty. I don't know what it is, y'all. We like big grapevines and we cannot lie. I don't know what else to tell you. I can't do it. If you're trying to find a small one in my shop, you're going to be hard pressed. They might exist. I mean, I'm looking at a bunny over there. She is large and in charge. The other bunny is large and in charge. I do have like a normal size grapevine right here with the pink bunny. They're all big. I can't help myself. I feel like, I mean, yes, we could stop, but who wants to stop? Should we? Should we stop and just put the bow? Should I stop myself? Let's just see what it looks like. Little peek won't hurt. And then if we put it on top, let's see what that looks like. I do hate when they put this sticker on the stem and you can't get it off. That is one of my pet peeves. Hold on before I get this sticker off. It doesn't want to come off. I just went cross-eyed trying to get that off. All right, so I just want to see if we need this. You just scared me to death, and I knew you're home, and it scared me to death. You just made me jump. I just got so scared. Yes, I'm on video, but you scared me so bad. Oh, I'm gonna start doing the psychotic laugh. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm shaking. All the poor kid did was laugh. I saw him come home. I heard him walk the dogs. But that laugh took me out. He'd been quiet for so long. I'm doing it. I'm gluing it. I'm shaking. Whew. You can't scare somebody with Addison's disease. You can't do it, friends. I just had an out-of-body experience. All right. Y'all, it's so quiet while we're crafting. I get into like this Zen zone. And I'm fully here. It's so quiet. Crafting makes me happy. And I'm like zen'd out. Oh gosh. I'm telling you, everybody in my family knows not to jump out at me because I can't handle it. Okay, I had to have that in my life. Whoo, he took me out. All he did was, he was just standing outside on the sidewalk after walking the dogs. And I had lost track of him, like I wasn't thinking. And all he did was laugh at something on his phone. All right, back to reality here. We're fine. Everything's fine. I have said a million times, if somebody comes after me, you think you would run, right? I'm going to freeze in that spot and I'm gone. Gonzo. I'm just going to freeze. I'm telling you right now. I'm going to be frozen like a block of ice. All right. This is gorgeous. And now that I'm ready to make the bow, I'm going to pull her off and show you up close why I love these things so much. And then we're going to put our bow right here in our next video. Look. See those little dainty flowers? They're too good. She's big. I only know how to make big ones. I don't know. Which it is an 18-inch to begin with. Let me get her back on. I'm going to go take a 5-minute break and quit shaking. And we'll come back and make a bow. Alright guys, I hope I didn't scare y'all. I don't even know if I yelled or what I did. Hopefully y'all are all fine. Alright, I'll see you in a minute. Alright friends, we're going to make the bow. For this, we're going to need some scissors. For this, I'm thinking 8-inch tails. I don't think 12-inch tails are good because I don't want to cover all this up. I'm thinking 6-inch tails, but I'm going to go with 8 to give myself just a little bit of insurance. Gosh, y'all, I am tore slam up. All right. Here we go. All right. we are going to do 6-inch loops. This is really pretty ribbon. We're twisting in our dowels. I'm going to do 3 loops. I like that this has, it's not glitter, but it has that little bit of shimmer because to me, it is screaming patriotic. Now, for me, I am going to measure 14 inches, okay? I'm folding it in half. I'm folding that in half, and I'm giving that a dovetail. And all that does is it dovetails both sides at one time. I'm going right up the center, and I'm adding that into my dowel. And these tails are going up. Okay? Now, I'm going to open this up. This is our Patriotic ribbon. Now, this wreath would have been gorgeous if you only had a red bow, if you had a red and a dark blue bow, if you had a red and white bow, there's so many things you could do. But this is Mackenzie Cole, so we're coming in with the color and the pow, right? Don't look at my nails, guys, for real. All right, so let's do 14. Let's dovetail that. I'm gonna scrunch it in the center, put it in my dowels, and I'm gonna push that up as well. I'm going to dovetail my Patriotic ribbon. I'm gonna make my tails just as long as these red tails. I'm not making them any shorter. These loops are slightly shorter than my first set of loops, and I'm gonna do 3. Okay, I'm gonna pull this tail down just as long as the red, dovetail it. Now when we get this on our wreath, we may decide that we want to cut those tails, and that will be okay. I think today I'm gonna zip tie. I think I'm going with a zip tie. So what I like to do is I will zip tie this. Put a longer one under there to go through my grapevine. I am going to cover my center with the red. Fold her in half. And tie off that center. There's a lot of red happening back here. So when you cut this red, don't take your hands off of it, because I don't want you to cut your streamers up here by accident. That would be sad. And now we can fluff her out. So we are going to pull the back 3 apart, put our streamers up to the sky. Then we're going to pull these top 3 apart as well. Run your hands through your tails. Come over to the other side, and we're gonna put our streamers up to the sky, and we're gonna pull these loops apart in the back. And then we're going to add her into our grapevine wreath right here where our design has a gap. For me, I put that through one side. It comes right back through to the front. And we have to grab her. We get her all tucked in, and then I need to use my pliers to pull this the way it needs to be tightened because I don't have a lot of hand strength. I make sure she's on there really well. Clip it, and then I just put her into place. Very easy. Once she's in place, go ahead and fix her. Fix her the way she needs to be. For me personally, I think I'm gonna roll these and curl them and pull this one over here. These could be shorter. Because this design is so big and so pretty, they could be a little bit shorter, right? They're fine if you want to leave them like so. That one's fine. Put that one out there with that. But these, I think I'm going to cut 1 inch off. Maybe just 1 inch. Yep. Okay. I love it. That's it for her. And once you get in front of her, if you need to, that's where she needs to be. That's perfect. Right there. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. I think she's absolutely gorgeous. Look at that red. And the ribbons are going to blow, and that little red's going to pop out, and the white's going to pop out under here, and the blue. It's too pretty. Too pretty. What do you think? I think she's gorgeous. Let's get her on the wall, and I'll show her off to you guys. She's in the shop if you're looking for a gorgeous patriotic wreath. This isn't goodbye. It's I'll see you later.